breaking news tonight. We've learned a Central Kentucky police officer has been shot in the line of duty. We're at the scene with the latest. Lexington's police chief talking to us about a recent string of shootings in the city, what he's asking from the community. And first responders say a tractor-trailer driver ended up being trapped for hours after a crash in Pulaski County this afternoon.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good evening. We are following two breaking news stories tonight. We begin tonight in Paris, where investigators have confirmed that a police officer was shot in the line of duty.
It happened within the last few hours at a home on Brent Street in Paris. WKYT's Sean Moody is on the scene. He joins us now live with the breaking details. Sean?
Hey there, Amber and Sam. The first thing I want to let you guys know is I'm told that officer is okay. I'm told by a source here in Paris that that officer was shot in the chest, but that officer's vest stopped the bullet and he was not hurt. I'm told he walked away. Now, this has all been going on for the past hour or so along Brent Street. There are officers from several agencies. I've seen Paris Police, Kentucky State Police, Bourbon County Sheriff's Office, all in this area a couple of blocks away. They're, of course, keeping us far away from the scene where they believe that we're safe and not interfering with their operations. We don't know right now what started all of this. We headed this way, saw lots of officers in the area. They're obviously dealing with the situation right now, have not been able to brief us on exactly what's going on because they've been so busy dealing with the situation. We hope to find out more about what exactly is going on here along Brent Street. We have noticed officers have taken one or two people out of homes that were in the immediate area and moved them outside some of the caution tape areas. And of course, up and down Brent Street, there are people outside their homes watching what's going on and certainly hoping for a safe outcome. We're going to try and get more information as soon as we can. Anything more we find out, we'll certainly bring to you. Live in Paris, Sean Moody, WKYT.
Sean, thanks so much. Also breaking tonight, police are on the scene of a deadly crash on Interstate 64 in Woodford County. Versailles police tell us a tractor trailer flipped onto its side a few hours ago in the westbound lanes at mile marker 66. That is between Midway and the Scott County line. Many details about the crash so far, but they do say the Woodford County coroner is on the scene. This is from a picture of Interstate 64. We have a news crew on the scene. We want you to keep checking WKYT.com and the WKYT News app for the very latest updates on both of these breaking stories. All right, turning our attention now to the weather. It looks like the dry, unseasonably warm weather we've seen this week will soon be coming to an end.
Yes, and we're tracking some changes coming our way, as you mentioned, including rain and a big drop in temperatures. We begin tonight with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey and your no-wait weather forecast.
You know what, guys, when you've been as warm as we've been around here over the past couple of days, there's only one direction to go, and that is down, and we're going to come crashing down over the next few days. Late evening temperatures. Here we are. It's the middle of October. I've been studying Kentucky weather since I was a kid. I can't remember too many evenings where we had temperatures into the mid-70s this late in October. This is some pretty warm stuff out there. You've got that southwesterly wind, clouds that are increasing, and also now, ahead of a weak front, a little bit of shower action forming into northern Kentucky. Boone, Kenton, Campbell counties, Covington, Cincinnati area getting in on the act. Let's look at a future radar. This is the first of two fronts to impact the region over the next couple of days. This future radar suggests we get a little better shot for some rain around 7, 8 o'clock tomorrow morning across parts of the Bluegrass region back toward the southwest. That continues through 11 tomorrow morning, but look at southern and southeastern Kentucky. You've got some blue skies into the afternoon while your neighbors to the north deal with a little cloud cover and at least a scattered shower or thunderstorm. Here comes the big change. Hour by hour forecast, guys, at 11:13.
Chris, thank you. If you know something, speak up. That's the message tonight from Lexington's police chief as his department is investigating a string of shootings around the city.
While police have made arrests in connection to the shooting death of 15-year-old Trinity Gay, other shootings, including the one that killed Mariah Coleman last month, are still unsolved. Tonight, Monique Blair talked to Lexington Police Chief Mark Barnard about the recent violence. She's at the live desk now with our top story at 11. Monique?
Good evening, Amber and Sam. Early Sunday morning, gunshots rang out at the Trust Lounge in Lexington. A short time later, a man died after he was shot in a Lexington parking garage. Then, just a couple hours later, 15-year-old Trinity Gay died after she was shot in the parking lot at a cookout restaurant. A little more than a month ago, a pregnant woman was shot on Winburn Drive, and both she and her unborn child were killed. Now people are demanding for this violence to stop.
In our community, that's what we're experiencing, is kids killing kids.
Anita Franklin understands the pain of losing a child to gun violence. Her son, Antonio, was an innocent bystander when he was hit by a bullet in Duncan Park in 2014. 4 men, all under the age of 18, were charged in the case. Franklin has since made it her duty to put an end to violence. Her mission, to urge people to speak up if they see or hear any illegal activity.
We don't want retaliation, we want resolution, and so that's a beginning to it.
Lexington Police Chief Mark Barnard addressed the issue of violence at Tuesday night's council meeting. And although police have increased patrols in many of the areas that have seen increased crime, he says this really begins with the public wanting to see a change.
You know, people need to take a stand and say enough is enough. And if whether it's their friend or their family member, and just say, we're not accepting that any longer.
We stand with him. You know, we need to get out in our neighborhoods and tell people, when you see something, you should say something. You know, disregard that old snitching antic. That's just a ploy to keep people afraid.
And as for the cases that are unsolved, Chief Barnard says if you know something, you could be the person who helps put an end to the senseless violence.
Somebody knows something.
Now, since this weekend, there has been a lot of speculation if the shootings at Trust Lounge, the parking garage, and at the Cookout restaurant where Trinity Gay was shot could all be connected. But Chief Barnard tells me their investigation shows that these cases are all separate from one another.
Monique, a lot of people have asked after the recent violent crimes, people have asked about a curfew in Lexington. Did Chief Barnard talk about a curfew here in Fayette County?
Yes, he did. Chief Barnard says there is a county ordinance that states it is illegal for children under the age of 18 to be out in public without a parent or guardian after 11 p.m. Monday through Thursday, and then after 1 a.m. on the weekends. However, he says this ordinance is difficult to enforce because if the child's parent says they were unaware their child was out, well, then they can't be cited.
Monique, thank you. Well, Lexington police are also warning that 2 fake GoFundMe pages have been set up using Trinity Gay's name. They say her family has nothing to do with either page. GoFundMe has since deactivated the pages. Funeral arrangements have now been set for Trinity. According to our news partners at the Herald Leader, a visitation will be held Saturday morning from 9 to noon at Southland Christian Church on Harrodsburg Road. The funeral will then follow at noon.
New tonight, Madison County school leaders are addressing some rumors that have spread around Madison Central High School. They say a group of students got into a fight at the school last week and were suspended. But school leaders say rumors then spread that there would be another altercation among the suspended students when they return to school tomorrow. Now, school leaders say they have talked to the suspended students and their parents, and they feel everything has been sorted out. But as a precaution, they say there will be an extra security presence at Madison Central tomorrow. And new tonight, a driver was trapped in his tractor trailer for hours after it crashed in Pulaski County. The crash happened this afternoon on a ramp between the Highway 914 bypass and the Cumberland Parkway near Somerset. Pulaski County Public Safety Director Tiger Robinson says the tractor trailer turned over, trapping the driver inside. It took about 3 hours to rescue him. Investigators say he was airlifted to the hospital with serious injuries.
New tonight, police are looking for an inmate they say escaped custody in Lewis County. According to the Lewis County Herald, police say 20-year-old Sean Ogden walked away from a work detail this afternoon. He's a state inmate who is being held at the Lewis County Detention Center. Police say Ogden is from Frankfort and was serving a 3-year sentence for theft conviction in Franklin County. And they say he would have been eligible for parole November 1st. An unusual sight in Pulaski County today. What a man says he found under his car hood that required a call to Fish and Wildlife. That's ahead here on WKYT News at 11.
Now, your hour-by-hour forecast with Chief Meteorologist Chris Bailey.
Warm southwesterly winds continue to crank across the Bluegrass State. You know, at one point this afternoon, those gusts were reaching 40 miles per hour in the Bluegrass region. Oh yeah, temperatures were into the middle 80s at that same time. Yeah, October. Bring it, huh? Let's look outside, see what is going on. Notice how southern Kentucky noticeably cooler, where you've got temperatures that are into the low 60s, yet low to mid 70s Bluegrass region, where you have some clouds, and we are just ahead of a front. You go to the north, and those numbers start to drop off fairly quickly. That's front number 1 that is getting close to the Ohio River right now. Doesn't have a ton of juice with it, but it does have just enough to touch off a scattering of showers and eventually, I think, a rumble of thunder later tonight and early tomorrow morning. You can see this action beginning to build, and I'll tell you, that future radar we were looking at tonight at 6 o'clock pegged this stuff very well, and it is trying to shift that into the bluegrass region early tomorrow morning. So for some of us, trip into work and school tomorrow may feature some gusty showers, if not a rumble of thunder. Right now, Boone, Kenton, Campbell counties, hey, Motorhead's just north of the Kentucky Speedway. We're getting in on some of those raindrops right now. That extends back toward Larry Legend, French Lick, Indiana, with a little bit of light rain as well. Here's the breakdown as we go through the next couple of days. A shower or thunderstorm around tomorrow. Winds are going to be gusty. Southern Kentucky, I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of rain. Thursday, everybody gets in on some rain. Showers, some rumbles of thunder likely. Winds may repeat today. 35 to 40 miles an hour with a gust into Thursday night. Falling temperatures. Friday, showers around early, gusty winds, and the temperatures are going to be way down. Tomorrow, Northern Kentucky may stay mid-70s. Southern Kentucky could flirt with 85 again. Get my drift on this? One temperature doesn't fit all, we'll kind of split the difference. And anyone with a fair shot for a shower or thunderstorm of scattered fashion as we go into the day tomorrow. Let's look at this cold front that is on the move. This is the strong system that will be on top of the region on Thursday. Watch how the winds go to the northwest and then really start to crank as we go through Friday as that low develops across parts of the New England states. That's going to bring that cold air across the eastern part of the country, and that includes right here in the Bluegrass State. Here's a brand new hour-by-hour forecast. 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, that same band of rain that is now across the Covington area is showing up across the Bluegrass region. Noon tomorrow. Check out the temperature spread. 69 Mount Sterling, yet 80s already in Southern Kentucky. And at 5 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, we go from 71 Cynthiana to 81 into London. Now we go into tomorrow night and Thursday. The front, low pressure on top of the region, will crank up some rounds of showers and thunderstorms. Don't be surprised if you don't get a strong thunderstorm on Thursday, especially southeastern Kentucky. 8 o'clock Thursday evening. Still 70-ish to our south and southeast. Now we start to get in on some wraparound rains and cooler weather. Upper 40s, low 50s. Kind of a gloomy start to your Friday. Just hang tough. It gets a little better in terms of the sky, not the temperatures. How about mid-50s coming up and on a gusty northwesterly wind? It's going to feel colder than that. So let's review. Today, middle 80s. Saturday morning, middle 30s. 50 degrees. If you're doing a little math in your head right now, we'll save you the time. 57 for a high on Saturday. Early next week, looking good with upper 60s.
Time to break out the crock pot and the chili.
This is a good weekend for it, absolutely.
All right, thanks.
An animal not normally seen here in Kentucky led Fish and Wildlife officials on a strange chase in Pulaski County today. That's ahead for you here on WKYT News at 11.
Up with the latest news on WKYT.com. Join the conversation on Twitter and become a part of the WKYT Facebook family.
We continue to follow breaking news out of Paris tonight. As we told you at the top of this newscast, a police officer has been shot outside of a home. But investigators say his bulletproof vest saved him. WKYT's Sean Moody continues to track this story for us. He joins us now live with an update. Sean, what can you tell us?
Hey there, Amber and Sam. Again, we've been out here about an hour and a half now. A couple of state police officers just walked by a minute ago. I asked them, hey, is everybody still okay? They told me, yes, they are. Again, I was told by a source here in Paris a little bit earlier that a Paris police officer was shot in the chest earlier here on Brent Street, but that officer's bulletproof vest stopped the bullet. I'm told that officer walked away safely. Now, we want to go ahead and give you a look at some video that we just got in. That's along Brent Street where I was. That was about 10:16 or so this evening where we heard several shots fired. We don't know the source of those shots, which side of the police line those shots came from, but that was a little bit earlier this evening. This has been going on since right around 10 o'clock or so. We've been around the area. Of course, a lot of neighbors have been pushed out of their homes, pushed back several blocks to make sure they're in a safe place. They're all watching, wondering what's going on, and certainly hoping for a safe outcome. We also have seen several agencies out here, Paris Police, Bourbon County Sheriff, Kentucky State Police, and a Lexington police officer up on the corner. We're told that there should be some kind of a briefing within the next half hour or so. At this point, police officers have been so busy dealing with what's going on here on Brent Street that they really haven't had a chance to come out and tell us much of what's going on, which is certainly understandable. We want them to continue to do their jobs. So as soon as we get more information from them to pass along to you, we'll certainly do that either within the newscast or on WKYT.com. Live in Paris,
Sean, we appreciate that live report giving us a little bit of new information there in Paris. Tonight, police in southern Kentucky are warning businesses about some fake $100 bills that are deceiving people.
They say these bills have passed simple counterfeit tests. In one case, in fact, police in Whitley County say the money was used to pay property taxes.
Sent to the bank, and the bank was the one that detected it, that it was counterfeit.
Now, the Whitley County Sheriff says the fake money has been passed in Williamsburg and Corbin. He says this money does feel a little different than real money, and it's overly faded in places. The sheriff has contacted the Secret Service over the matter. No arrests have been made.
New tonight, a man has died after a crash in Rockcastle County. State police say it happened just after 1 yesterday afternoon on Highway 70 near the Highway 150 intersection. They say a car driven by 67-year-old Johnny Maybrier of Broadhead dropped off the side of the road. Police say the car then hit an embankment and flipped. They say Maybrier was airlifted to UK Hospital where he later died. Police say he was not wearing a seatbelt.
Also new tonight, firefighters trying to figure out what caused a fire that caused some damage near a home in Garrett County. The fire began late this afternoon in an outbuilding off Mount Hebron Road near Lancaster. Firefighters say the fire destroyed the outbuilding along with 2 cars and some equipment. No one was injured.
A Pulaski County man says he received quite a surprise when he arrived to work this morning. Jonathan Muncie says he found an armadillo under his car hood. He says when he got in his car this morning, he noticed paw prints on his car but didn't think anything of it. But as he drove to work, he realized something was wrong.
I felt like a rumble in the car. The car kind of shook just a little bit, and I knew that's nothing normal.
Well, when he got to work in Somerset, he says he looked under the car hood and there was the armadillo. He called in Fish and Wildlife, who forced the armadillo out of the car and then had to chase it. They have since captured it and took it to safety. Fish and Wildlife say that armadillos are not native to this part of the country. Can you imagine him walking into work and saying, guys, you're not going to believe what's out here under my hood?
Yeah, take a look. And then it takes off. They had a hard time catching it. Just ahead, the Cats are excited about Saturday, Rob.
Another big game as Mississippi State comes in. We'll hear from the Wildcats after practice. Quarterback Steven Johnson, how is that injured wrist? And does he believe he tucks and runs too soon at times? That's next on WKYT. Kentucky went into its bye week with a head of steam, and now the Cats will look to come out of the bye week with a head of steam against Mississippi State. With the open date, Kentucky was able to get some rest, heal some injuries, and the biggest objective was to get better. Offensive coordinator Eddie Gran thinks they did.
We got a lot better, just techniques, fundamentals, and I know it's a cliche, but that's what you have to do on a bye week. Really excited, can't wait for Saturday. Cannot wait to get out there and play again. It's hard. It's great for taking a week off, but when you get in a rhythm, you know, and you go week to week, it's great for the mental part. It's great for the physical part. But now we got to come out and we got to make sure that you stay on track.
Quarterback Steven Johnson said his injured wrist is feeling better, about 100% now. Johnson admitted after practice today he sometimes hears footsteps and takes off rather than dumping the ball off.
I do. Going back and watching the film, there are some times where I get to my first, second, and third read, and then maybe I'm not checking the ball down. I'll look, go through my reads and my progressions, but I'll just take off. I won't check the ball down to the running back who's wide open. And I'll get maybe 3 or 4 yards, but get it down to a running back and he'll get 10, 20. So that's one thing we've been working on for sure at practice here.
It'll be the Dogs and the Cats, Commonwealth Stadium, Saturday night, 7:30 on the SEC Network. EKU suffered another close loss last weekend, losing at Tennessee State by a touchdown. The Colonels had to come back from a 35-3 halftime deficit after turning the ball over 4 times. Colonels have struggled with turnovers this season, especially early in games.
Those are clear-cut issues, and it's The biggest area is it's happening early in games. 10 of our first 18 drives of the season, 3 per game, 10 of them have resulted in turnovers. It's 56%. That's unbelievable. It's terrible, and we've got to get that corrected.
6'5" shooting guard John Petty has told AL.com that he has narrowed his list now to 2 schools, Kentucky and Alabama. Petty has eliminated Kansas, UConn, and Florida State. He is planning to make an official visit to UK October 28th. John Calipari's Cats practicing today without a couple of their big men. Ty Wynyard sitting out after suffering a fracture on the left side of his face in the televised practice. That was back on October 9, catching an inadvertent elbow from Wenyen Gabriel. And Isaac Humphries was rested because of soreness in his right knee. He says UK says both are day-to-day. On to baseball. Toronto trying to stay alive in the American League Championship Series with Cleveland. Blue Jays get this solo home run off the bat of Josh Donaldson. That came in the 3rd inning. Toronto jumping in front 1-0. It was 2-0 in the 5th. Indians get on the board. Extra bases for Roberto Perez. Coco Crisp comes in and scores. It was 2-1. On to the 7th with the bases loaded. Edwin Encarnacion driving it back up the middle for a base hit. 2-run score. The Blue Jays win it 5-1, but they still trail in the series 3-1. And out of the National League Championship Series, Dodgers have just beaten the Cubs 6-0. So they lead that best-of-7 now 2-1. Dramatic ending in tonight's UK soccer game, tied with Bowling Green. 0-0 in overtime. Kalon Fox heads in the game winner off the corner kick in the 97th minute. The junior out of Louisville had a game winner earlier this season. Kentucky wins the match 1-0, remaining unbeaten at home. And that's sports. We'll wrap it up after this.
We want to update you now again on some breaking news that we brought you at the top of the newscast and also a few minutes ago as well. As we told you earlier, investigators say a police officer was shot in the line of duty in Paris tonight. It happened outside a home on Brent Street. Investigators, though, tell us that an officer's bulletproof vest protected him, and he was able to walk away without being seriously injured.
There's still no word on who shot the officer, and the Lexington Police Mobile Crime Unit has just arrived to that scene. We want you to keep checking WKYT.com and the WKYT News app for the very latest updates, and we'll have the latest for you beginning at 4:30 tomorrow morning right here on WKYT.
Big changes ahead.
Yeah, a little rain tomorrow morning into parts of central Kentucky. That's a future radar for the trip into work and school.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.
Good night.